This is the place you were meant to be being.
These are the sights you were meant to be seeing.
We'll lift your thermostat up a degree or two.
It's something I like Bachman for. They paint.
We're guaranteeing that you'll be agreeing it's true. This is the hottest place in town. We'll warm you up when you're feeling.
Faster! Faster! They yelled. No, no, wailed the empty cars. It's Peter Sam, but it was no use. Hurrah! Hurrah! Roared the cars. Peter Sam shut his eyes. Beep! Beep! Wailed Peter Sam. The rails were slippery. He couldn't stop in time. Donald wasn't hurt, but Sir Topham Hatt was most annoyed.
Percy was still being cheeky. His driver always shut off steam just outside the station. Percy wanted to surprise the coaches by coming in as quietly as he could. But the porters didn't hear him either. Boxes and bags burst everywhere. Oh! Groaned Percy. Sticky streams of jam trickled down Percy's face. A top hat hung on his lamp iron. Worst of all, a pair of trousers coiled lovingly round his funnel.
He's whistling at my funfair special, thought Rosie proudly. But Stepney was whistling because the truck of sugar was now rolling towards him.
Come back, yelled his driver. Fire and smoke.
And not far away, Thomas was happily puffing right on time. I can't see a thing, said Thomas. And then before he could even think of anything else... Bust my buffers, cried Thomas. What happened to the foghorn? I don't know, said his driver, but at least nobody's been hurt. Toby will be coming down the line any minute, said his fireman. If there's no fog warning, said Thomas, he'll run into us.
So Thomas backed up to collect his old trucks. He collected some coal from the coaling plant. Then he raced across the countryside. Ha! Laughed Thomas. I can get these trucks really messy and get the coal to the docks on time. Then there was trouble. The rusty coupling broke. Thomas's trucks were rolling by themselves. Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. Thomas applied his brakes, but he stopped too quickly. The trucks bumped into the back, and the coal spilled all over the tracks. Thomas was stuck. The van was in pieces. But it was too late.
Do that whenever I like. Every wise engine knows that you cannot trust freight cars. Go on, they yelled, and bumped Percy's driver and fireman off the footplate. Oh, said Percy, sliding past the board. Percy was frantic. That's enough. Percy was sunk.
The next day, Donald was in a bad mood. Duck could see he was getting too close to the buffers. "Look out!" he shouted, but it was too late. Donald's driver was very cross. "This wouldn't have happened if you were working with Douglas," he said.
I'll find my way home. I'll make my way home. It's time to go home. I'm going home.
Disaster lay ahead. Something sticky splashed all over James. He had run into 2 tar wagons and was black from smokebox to cab.
On the table, but he couldn't stop himself and slithered into a ditch. "Ooh, she hissed. Get me out! Get me out!"
But Oliver said nothing. He just grew unhappier, and he was rough with the freight cars. "You're no good, Oliver. You're dangerous. We want Percy. Percy's far too busy to be bothered with the likes of you." And Oliver bumped the freight cars hard. "You silly engine," shouted a workman. "It'll take a long time to repair this turntable, which will cause confusion and delay."
What are you doing? I'm trying to get away! Points!
And another one. Everything will have to be halted.
Philip, look out!
Oh dear, Shorty. Looks like the race is over for you.
Yes, but this wasn't really a proper race. I'm very good at proper races. Shooting star.
Huh?
You leave my friend alone, you big bully!
So, you want to play tug of war, do you?
Yes. Pull, Thomas.
Oh, you got me.
Points!
Huh?
Go, Philip!
Ow! Get it off me!
Take that, big bully!
Emily could see that Oliver had broken down on the crossing. Then Emily heard Thomas's whistle. Oh dear! Thomas could see Oliver. He knew he could never stop in time. Help! Emily charged towards Oliver. And with a huge effort, pushed him across the tracks. Just in time.
She began to pull.
Fizzling fireboxes!
But Percy was pulling the car from the other side. Then there was trouble. Emily pulled so hard that the coupling broke. The apple car tumbled off the track.
But the
cars were being careless. As Percy was lining them up, they burst through some buffers. Help! Help! They wailed. But it was too late. Oh, cried Bulstrode. I'm sinking. Serves you right, giggled the cars. You were always barging in and moaning.
That's not the way to speak, hissed the cars. We'll get even. Oliver heard nothing. The cars moved smoothly at first, then suddenly Oliver felt them push forward. His driver applied the brakes, but they were useless against the surging cars. On, yelled the cars. Oliver fought hard, but still they forced him on and on. At last, the cars grew tired. I'm winning, gasped Oliver. But it was too late. Oliver lay bruised and bemused, bunker down in the turntable well.
Thomas was pleased to find Billy at the coaling plant. He was backing his wagons under the hopper, but he didn't see Percy there and he biffed him. Right under the hopper. Percy was covered in coal from funnel to footplate. Watch out, silly Billy, Percy peeped.
Just like this, even.
And so we've come to the happy end of our story. And it's time for all of us to go home. Just like Thomas.
This is the hardest place in town.